Seoul, the capital of South Korea, is a dynamic metropolis that blends ancient history with cutting-edge technology and design. With over 2,000 years of history, Seoul has transformed from a small settlement along the Ha River to a sprawling city known for its vibrant culture, innovative tech scene, and rich traditions. The cityscape is a striking mix of towering skyscrapers, such as the iconic Lotte World Tower, and historic landmarks like Gyeongbokgung Palace, a beautiful 14th century structure that served as the main royal palace of the Joseon dynasty. Seoul's 5 grand palaces, along with traditional hanok villages such as Bukcho, offer a glimpse into Korea's past amid a modern urban setting. Seoul is also a major center for fashion, music, and entertainment, globally recognized for K-pop, Korean cinema, and skincare innovations. Districts like Gangnam are known for luxury shopping and high-energy nightlife, while areas like Hongdae and Itaewon cater to the CIT. In addition to its urban charm, Seoul is surrounded by mountains, offering easy access to nature for hiking and scenic views. The Ha River flows through the city, with parks along its banks providing a place for locals to relax, exercise, and enjoy city. Seoul's efficient subway system and futuristic infrastructure make exploring the city's various districts effortless. From vibrant markets like Dongdaemun and Namdaemun to high-tech hubs such as Digital Media City, Seoul is a city where the past, present, and future coexist. Seoul's history spans over 2,000 years and reflects Korea's resilience, adaptability, and cultural richness. From ancient dynasties and invasions to rapid modernization and global influence, Seoul has been a central force in shaping Korean identity. Seoul's history traces back to around 18 BCE when it became part of the ancient Baekje kingdom, one of the 3 kingdoms of Korea. This period saw the first urban settlements along the Ha River, a strategic location that allowed the kingdom to flourish through trade and agriculture. The early settlement provided a foundation for Seoul's role as a political and cultural hub. Seoul's transformation into a national capital began in 1394 when King Taejo, founder of the Joseon dynasty, established Hanyang, now Seoul, as the capital. Gyeongbokgung Palace was built as the main royal residence, along with other palaces like Changdeokgung and Changdeokgung. These palaces and Seoul's impressive city walls, some parts of which still stand, symbolized the era's dedication to Confucian ideals, which deeply shaped Korean governance and society. Under the Joseon dynasty, Seoul became an epicenter of art, philosophy, and education, marked by advancements in literature, science, and architecture. Landmarks like the Jonggyeomyo Shrine, built to honor royal ancestors, and the Sunganyemun Gate, which served as the city's main entrance, still stand today as reminders of Seoul's illustrious past. The 16th and early 20th centuries were challenging periods for Seoul. During the late 16th century, the Japanese invasions of Korea 1592-1598 caused widespread destruction, and many historic buildings were damaged. Korea faced another tumultuous period in 1910, when Japan formally annexed the Korean peninsula. Under Japanese rule, Seoul, then called Gyeongbokgung, was modernized according to Japanese standards, with new infrastructure, railways, and government buildings, but this era was marked by hardship, cultural suppression, and resistance. With Japan's defeat in 1945, Korea regained independence, and Seoul became the capital of South Korea. However, the Korean War 1950-1953 brought further devastation, as the city changed hands multiple times between North Korean and United Nations forces. The war left Seoul in ruins, but the city's resilient spirit fueled an ambitious reconstruction effort. Seoul's transformation in the latter half of the 20th century is often described as the miracle on the Ha River. From the 1960s onward, South Korea's government prioritized economic development, and Seoul was at the forefront of the country's rapid industrialization. New skyscrapers, infrastructure, and industries sprang up, and Seoul quickly became a major center for technology, manufacturing, and finance. Today, Seoul is recognized as one of the world's most technologically advanced and influential cities, especially known for its impact on pop culture, technology, and fashion. Iconic districts such as Gangnam showcase Seoul's luxury and high-tech industries, while Itaewon and Hongdae represent its diversity and creativity. K-pop, Korean cinema and fashion have made Seoul a cultural hub with a global audience, and South Korea's democratization and rise as a world power are reflected in the city's dynamic and open atmosphere. Through its journey from a small river settlement to a sprawling, global city, Seoul has preserved its historical roots while embracing innovation, making it a unique blend of tradition and progress. Settlement of the Ha River area, where present-day Seoul is located, began around 4000 BC. Seoul is first recorded as Gyeonggbokgung, the capital of BKJ in the northeastern area of modern Seoul. There are several city walls remaining in the area that date from this time. Pangnaktosiong, an earthen wall located southeast Seoul, is widely believed to have been at the main Gyeonggbokgung site. As the three kingdoms competed for this strategic region, control passed from BKJ to Goguryeo in the 5th century. However, according to Samguk-sagi, both BKJ and Silla described the land as frontier border of BKJ, not as the capital region. Moreover, Jinhung Tewang stele found at current-day Bukhansan tells that the place was underdeveloped as of 6th century AD, suggesting that the first capital Gyeonggbokgung was not located in or nearby Seoul. In July or August 553, Silla took the control of the region from BKJ, and the city became a part of newly established Sin province. Sin has both meaning of new and Silla, thus literally means New Silla province. In November 555, Jinhung Tewang made a royal visit to Bukhansan and inspected the frontier. In 557, Silla abolished Sin province and established Bukhansan province. The word Hanseong appears on the stone wall of Pyongyang fortress, which was presumably built in the mid to late 6th century AD over period of 42 years, located in Pyongyang, while there is no evidence that Seoul had name Hanseong dating the Three Kingdoms and earlier period. In 568, Jinhung Tewang made another royal visit to the northern border, visited Hanseong, and stayed in Namcheon on his way back to the capital. During his stay, he set Jinhung Tewang stele, abolished Bukhansan province, and established Namcheon province South River province, appointing the city as the provincial capital. Based on the naming system, the actual name of Ha River during this time was likely Namcheon, Nam River itself, or should have the word ending with Cheo, not Gang. In addition, Bukhansan Jinhung stele clearly states that Silla had possession of Hanseong modern-day Pyongyang, thus Bukhansan has to be located north of Hanseong. Modern-day Pyongyang was not Pyongyang, Taedong River was likely Ha River, and Bukhansan was not Bukhansan during the Three Kingdoms period. Moreover, Pyongyang was a common noun meaning capital used by Goguryeo and Goryeo dynasties, similar to Seoul. In 603, Goguryeo attacked Bukhansan Bukhan mountain fortress, which Silla ended up winning. In 604, Silla abolished Namcheon province and re-established Bukhansan province in order to strengthen the northern border. The city lost its provincial capital position and was put under Bukhansan province once again. This further proves that Bukhansan was located in the north of modern-day Pyongyang, as changing the provincial name and objective would not be required if Bukhansan was located within Seoul. In the 11th century, Goryeo, which succeeded unified Silla, built a summer palace in Seoul, which was referred to as the southern capital. It was only from this period that Seoul became a larger settlement. Seoul became the planned capital of Korea by Yi Seong-rae, the founding father of the Joseon dynasty. After enthroning himself as king at the capital of Old Goryeo in 1392, Yi Seong-rae changed the name of his kingdom from Goryeo to Joseon in 1393 and began his search for a place for a new capital. After several governmental debates, Yi Seong-rae chose Hanyang Sindho instead of Muak in September 1394. As Joseon's new capital, Hanyang was planned as a geographic embodiment of Korean Confucianism. Construction of the city began in October 1394. During its early construction stages, some major palaces, including Gyeongbokgung, were finished in 1395. The fortress wall surrounding Hanyang was partially finished around 1396. The city of Hanyang was governed by the Hanseongdabu, an agency of the national government dedicated to affairs on the administration of the capital city. The Hanseongdabu divided Hanyang into two major categories, areas inside the fortress wall, which were typically named Seongjang or Doseonggan-lit. Inside the fortress, and areas 10 Korean mile around the fortress wall, which were named as Seonggajini. 10 ris around the fortress. The Dojyeongan area later gained the informal but popular name Sadaimunan, which literally means areas inside of the 4 great gates, and became the one and only downtown city center of Hanyang city. In the late 19th century, after hundreds of years of isolation, Seoul opened its gates to foreigners and began modernization. Seoul became the first city in East Asia to introduce electricity in the Royal Palace, which was established by the Edison Illuminating Company. A decade later, the city also implemented electrical street lights. After Gojong's proclamation of Korea as the Korean Empire in 1897, Seoul was temporarily called Hwanseong, the imperial city. Much of modern development around this era was propelled by trade with foreign countries like France and the United States. For example, the Seoul Electric Company, Seoul Electric Trolley Company, and Seoul Fresh Spring Water Company were all joint Korean, US-owned enterprises. In 1904, an American by the name of Angus Hamilton visited the city and said, "The streets of Seoul are magnificent, spacious, clean, admirably made and well-drained. The narrow, dirty lanes have been widened, gutters have been covered, roadways broadened. Seoul is within measurable distance of becoming the highest, most interesting and cleanest city in the East." After the annexation treaty in 1910, Japan annexed Korea and renamed the city Gyeongbokgung in Korean and Keij in Japanese. The city saw significant transformation under Japanese colonial rule. Imperial Japan removed the city walls, paved roads, and built Western-style buildings. Seoul was deprived of its special status as the capital city and downsized under Imperial Japan, compared to the traditional notion among people of the Joseon dynasty that Seoul included the area of approximately 4 kilometers to 0.5 miles radius surrounding the fortress wall. On 1st October 1910, Imperial Japan demoted Seoul as no different than any other city within the Gyeonggi province. After Imperial Japan's redistricting, Seoul only included the area inside the fortress wall and present-day Yongsan district. In the 1930s, as part of Imperial Japan's war efforts leading up to the Second Sino-Japanese War, Gyeongbokgung district was annexed into Seoul on 1st April 1936 to function as an industrial complex for steel and other metalworking factories. Seoul is in the northwest of South Korea. Seoul proper comprises 605.25 kilometers, 233.69 sq mi, with a radius of approximately 15 kilometers, 9 mi, roughly bisected into northern and southern halves by the Ha River. The river is no longer actively used for navigation because its estuary is located at the borders of the two Koreas, with civilian entry barred. There are 4 main mountains in central Seoul: Bugaksan, Inwangsan, Naksan and Namsan. The Seoul Fortress Wall, which historically bounded the city, goes over these mountains. The city is bordered by 8 mountains, as well as the more level lands of the Ha River Plain and western areas. Seoul has a humid continental or humid subtropical climate CWA, by 3 degrees Celsius or 26.6 degrees Fahrenheit isotherm. Influenced by the monsoons, there is great variation in temperature and precipitation throughout the year. The suburbs of Seoul are generally cooler than the center of Seoul because of the urban heat island effect. Summers are hot and humid, with the East Asian monsoon taking place from June until September. August, the hottest month, has average high and low temperatures of 30.0 and 22.9 degrees Celsius, 86 and 73 degrees Fahrenheit, with higher temperatures possible. Heat index values can surpass 40 degrees Celsius, 104.0 degrees Fahrenheit at the height of summer. Winters are usually cold to freezing, with average January high and low temperatures of 2.1 and 5.5 degrees Celsius, 35.8 and 22.1 degrees Fahrenheit, and are generally much drier than summers, with an average of 24.9 days of snow annually. Sometimes, temperatures drop dramatically to below 10 degrees Celsius, 14 degrees Fahrenheit, and on some occasion as low as 15 degrees Celsius, 5 degrees Fahrenheit in the mid-winter period of January and February. Temperatures below 20 degrees Celsius, 4 degrees Fahrenheit have been recorded. Seoul proper is noted for its population density, which is almost twice that of New York City and 8 times greater than Rome. Its metropolitan area was the most densely populated among OECD countries in Asia in 2012 and second worldwide after that of Paris. As of 2015, the population was 9.86 million. In 2012, it was 10.44 million. As of 2021, the population is 9.59 million. As of the end of June 2011, 29 million Republic of Korea citizens lived in the city. This was a 0.24% decrease from the end of 2010. The population of Seoul has been dropping since the early 1990s, the reasons being the high costs of living, urban sprawling to Gyeonggi region's satellite bed cities, and an aging population. As of 2016, the number of foreigners living in Seoul was 404,037, 22.9% of the total foreign population in South Korea. As of June 2011, 186,631 foreigners were Chinese citizens of Korean ancestry. This was an 8.84% increase from the end of 2010 and a 85% increase from June 2010. The next largest group was Chinese citizens who were not of Korean ethnicity. 29,901 of them resided in Seoul. The next highest group consisted of the 9,999 United States citizens who were not of Korean ancestry. The next highest group were Taiwanese citizens at 8,770. Seoul is the business and financial hub of South Korea. Although it accounts for only 0.6% of the nation's land area, 48.3% of South Korea's bank deposits were held in Seoul in 2003, and the city generated 23% of the country's GDP overall in 2012. In 2008, the Worldwide Centers of Commerce Index ranked Seoul number 9. The Global Financial Centers Index in 2015 listed Seoul as the 6th financially most competitive city in the world. The Economist Intelligence Unit ranked Seoul 15th in the list of overall 2025 city competitiveness regarding future competitiveness of cities. The traditional heart of Seoul is the old Joseon Dynasty city, now the downtown area where most palaces, government offices, corporate headquarters, hotels, and traditional markets are located. Cheongdichin, a stream that runs from west to east through the valley before emptying into the Ha River, was for many years covered with concrete, but was recently restored by an urban revival project in 2005. Jongno Street, meaning Bell Street, has been a principal street and one of the earliest commercial streets of the city, on which one can find Bosingak, a pavilion containing a large bell. Seoul has many historical and cultural landmarks. In Amshadong prehistoric settlement site, Gangdong district, Neolithic remains were excavated and accidentally discovered by a flood in 1925. Urban and civil planning was a key concept when Seoul was first designed to serve as a capital in the late 14th century. The Joseon dynasty built the 5 grand palaces in Seoul: Changdeok, Gyeongbokgung, Gyeongbokgung and Gyeongbokgung, all of which are located in the Jongno and Jung districts. Among them, Changdeok was added to the UNESCO World Heritage List in 1997 as an outstanding example of Far Eastern palace architecture and garden design. The main palace, Gyeongbokgung, underwent a large-scale restoration project.